Can I start now?
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, you're live.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Adeyinka Oresanya. Um, I'll be taking us through this session, practical ways of becoming better data scientists. And before that, let me say something quick about me. I am rounding off my PhD at the University of Ibadan. And while doing that, I co-organize a data science artificial intelligence community called AI Saturdays Ibadan. And then I'm currently a Microsoft student partner. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. All right. So you can actually follow me on Twitter at TechieGrio and at send a mail if you have questions and all of that. So let's get started. Before we actually talk about better ways of becoming practical ways of becoming better data scientists, I think we need to kind of quickly talk about who exactly is a data scientist. I would like to think that a data scientist is a ninja who uses the diverse skills in his or her arsenal to extract invaluable, actionable insights from a big mess of data in order to inform decision making that will be profitable for on an organization. Notice the emphasis on diverse skills, whether technical or non-technical, Python programming, knowledge of SQL, advanced statistical methods and all. Then actionable insight, something that can be actually a solution that can be carried out in such a manner that we bring in profit for the organization that the data scientist is working on. Now, we are not going to be talking about that today. But let me also quickly talk about what data science is not, especially for beginner data scientists that might kind of like be confused about what data science is all about. Data science is not machine learning. Rather, machine learning is a technique, although it's a field on its own, but it's a technique that is used in the field of data science to actually solve problems too. Then data science is not the same thing as Python programming. Knowing how to program in Python is also a skill that is required by a data scientist. And then you do not become a data scientist by watching several hours of tutorial videos. I hope you are all getting me. Can you hear me clearly? Can I move on?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, move on.
All right. So in order not to take too much time, let me just go to the reason why we are here today. So how do I become a better data scientist? Number one is that you have to sharpen your curiosity. Learn to cultivate the love for curiosity. They say that curiosity kills the cat, but trust me, it's not so for a data scientist. If our curiosity does much good for a data scientist, you have to cultivate the tendency to always want to know a bit more about the data and the underlying pattern. Always ask why, because why helps to uncover truth, hidden truths that could actually provide solution to any business problem that you are working on. So another thing is that one must not actually feel like, okay, this question I want to ask, maybe it's a stupid question. Like they always say, no question is ever stupid, because no matter how you think it's stupid, most of the time, it's those kind of stupid questions that usually lead to that light bulb moment that creates solution for problems. My next point is that a close cousin to curiosity is problem-solving mindset. You have to train your mind to solve problems. And trust me, if you are the kind of person that get fed up easily while trying to kind of like solve problems, you get frustrated with data science, because there are times that you have to spend weeks, even months, on a particular project, just trying to, maybe probably you are trying to predict a particular outcome. You have to spend time engineering your features or predictors, as the case may be. You want to know why an outcome variable has a bimodal distribution. Is there a reason why there are increase in sales on a particular day, maybe a Thursday, instead of a weekend? You have to kind of like be curious. That's why I said they are close cousins. You have to kind of take your time to see how you can solve problems. Now, problem solving process is that you define the problem. What is the problem that you're trying to solve? And then you brainstorm ideas, preferably with a team, on how you are going to, on the different solutions that you are going to use to solve the problem. Then you kind of like pick what you think is the most or the best alternative to solve this particular problem that you are on. Then implement the problem and try to see if it actually works out. From there, you evaluate. Did it work out? If it worked out, is there any other thing we can do to improve on on this solution? And so it's an iterative process. You keep going back and forth until you find an optimal solution for the problem you are trying to solve. What are the practical ways of developing a problem-solving mindset as a data scientist? You can take case studies in the field that you're interested in. The last two speakers, they actually emphasize on the need for you to take on projects. Now, case studies in the field, that they have a way of kind of like laying out the problems that are happening, and then you take your time to go through thinking questions. Okay, why is this happening? If it happens this way, what is the consequence? How can we solve this particular problem? So you come up with solutions, and then you can work with a team to collide ideas and thoughts. Another point is that for a data scientist, you have to be a lifelong learner. Why? Because the field of data science and artificial intelligence is an ever-evolving field. You need to constantly stay updated. And so you just have to cultivate the habit of reading. You read books, you read blogs, news, and even research journals, just to get, okay, what's the new thing going on in the field of this data science? How can I use what I have just learned, to implement any other project that I want to work on? Then you learn to listen to podcasts, watch interviews of people already working on in the field you are in or the field you want to get into. Then also you can sign up for MOOCs regularly. That's massive open online courses. And then don't forget to document whatever you have learned. By the time you are rewriting all those things that you've learned, you make it permanent with you. So depending on your schedule, you can decide to just say, okay, monthly, maybe I'll take a research paper on a particular topic you're interested in data science, and then read about it. Then you can decide, okay, per week, let me just read 2 blog posts. Now, you can also, according to the other speaker, he was talking about you having GitHub, Medium, and Twitter, being able to pitch yourself and put yourself out there. So after reading whatever you've learned, you can actually turn it into a post yourself and then put it on Medium. It's part of your portfolio. People can see how well you can communicate whatever you have learned, or how well you can communicate ideas that you have in you. Then don't forget to read on related content too, to avoid burnout. When you are too close to a particular technical field, you have the tendency to kind of like get so tired and frustrated and all of that. So it's better take some time to also read on related content to keep your mind fresh, and at the same time it helps to learn about other area of other fields too that could actually be useful for you, maybe to have a business understanding of a particular problem or domain knowledge of a particular problem. So Learning too, in learning you can also join a data science community, because that helps a lot. When you see other people that also have the same interest in whatever you're doing, and they are saying, okay, let's come together for the next 1 week, we are going to learn machine learning algorithms. You are gingered to also do that because other people are doing it. So I think joining a data science community will also be a great help in that area. Another point is practice, practice, practice. In fact, this point cannot be said enough, because the field of data science is an applied field. Like I said earlier, you don't become a data scientist by just sitting down and watching other people code solutions to problems. No, when you watch or when you read whatever anybody has done, take on a project, because practice then brings to bear the latent knowledge that you have acquired through the various books and the tutorials that you have watched. So when you take up a project, you are able to kind of like implement that solution, and you're like, wow, so I know this thing. You don't know you know it until you have started practicing it. And then somebody said something, even though I wrote it here. He said practice makes perfect, but then practice don't make perfect, it makes permanent. So whatever you have read stays permanent with you when you practice it over and over again. So practical way of doing that is you can take up a project once or twice a month, like 2 projects in a month or 1 project, depending on your schedule, and then practice the new skills that you have acquired. This helps to kind of like measure your growth. Another point is collaborate with others. Teamwork and collaboration is a crucial success factor in data science. Why? Because no data scientist is an island. You can't stay in your room and be studying and implementing projects and think you can grow. No, because normally in organizations, they always have a team of data scientists, data engineers, business analysts, machine learning experts, and all of that. They come together to work on a project. And so you need to start learning how to work with a team in such a manner that the project is more is done easily, and then more is faster that way. So how do you collaboration also help you to brainstorm ideas, to share insight and task that enables faster and easier project completion. So one of the practical ways in which you can learn to collaborate with others is also to join a data science community or enter community that you're interested in. Network with people, team up on the project, have talk about your ideas, let other people talk about their ideas also. Learn to agree, even though you don't really agree so much with what the person is saying, but you have to take it in, because the person is on your team. And so see how it works out. So joining a community will help you when you team up. It helps you to learn how to work with other people in order to make sure that you stay on focused concerning the project you want to implement. So another point is also that you need to develop your communication skills. No matter how good your project is, you spent months trying to build that model that will predict whatever it is you want to predict, profiling solution and all of that. The issue is you have to actually, after doing that, you have to communicate your findings to people that are going to use it. And most of the time, they are not technical people. They don't understand your programming language. They don't understand your code. So you have to be able to explain to them what you have found and how they can use your findings. And so it's a very necessary skill for us to have. And we can do that we can develop our communication skills by actually listening to other speakers, people that are already working in data science, in the data science field. What do they say? How do they talk? What are the word usage? What's the word usage that the particular words they use? They call it jargon. What's the jargon that they use? The proper word that they use. How can you use it in such a way that the other people that you're talking to will understand you? Then read books on how to communicate with data visualization, storytelling, and all of that. Then practice writing. Writing is like a muscle. You have to kind of like keep exercising it, keep working on it to get better. Then you practice speaking too. Yes, it's always done. It's very, very, very necessary to practice speaking. You can actually rehearse on your own, like prepare slides and just rehearse on your own. Okay, if I'm standing in front of an audience, how will I tell them what I know? How would I kind of like tell them, okay, this is the solution to the problem that you have and what you expect them to do concerning that solution. Then always employ the KISS method, which is to keep it short and straightforward. Keep fine-tuning your technical skills. That's very important too. Like I said earlier, data science field is a rapidly evolving field. You just keep seeing that, okay, another tool is out there. Why you should actually be focused is not as if every tool you must know, but at least know a little about everything, and then know everything about a particular thing. And so make out a list of relevant technical skills or tools and techniques. For instance, as a data scientist, you are expected to know at least a programming language, whether Python or R. And then you are supposed to, a knowledge of Excel too is very, very good. So you can just pick these skills up and say, okay, this month, I want to learn how to use Excel for data analysis. And then you sit down with it, learn one at a time. And then do not forget to practice whatever you have learned. And then finally, I'm going to leave you with this word of Ginny Rometty, who is the CEO of IBM. She said, this is how you stay fresh at it. You have to do something that puts you in a zone that you don't know, because growth and comfort do not coexist. So if you want to grow, you can't afford to stay in your comfort zone. You just have to keep pushing, keep practicing, keep doing things that will get you to where you want to be. And finally, when you think it, you can actually act it, and take time to act it, then you become it. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please, you can ask me in the chat section, or ask me on Twitter at Techie Grill. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Adeyinka. If you have any question, you have like 2-3 minutes to ask your question. So yeah, that'd be great. Okay.
Any questions?
Have 2 minutes. Check the chat. Yeah, someone said, yes, I do have a question. Someone said, I do have a question. Okay, Kenneth Izzy, rather. You can shoot a question.
Okay, I'm still waiting for Kenneth's question.
Okay, Kenneth said, can you differentiate AI, ML, DS, DL, please?
Okay, so that's artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and deep learning. I hope that's what it means. Okay, so very quickly, machine learning and deep learning, which is the ML and the DL, are both subfields of artificial intelligence. While I wish I had the chart that I can show on the screen, while data science is a field that incorporates this field to actually carry out its own purposes. So what am I trying to say? When we talk about artificial intelligence, essentially in the most simplified manner, is that we are trying to make machines, which is our computers, to actually act or carry out tasks in a way that looks like humans actually did it. Like for instance, what I'm trying to say is that we are trying to like make computers act in an intelligent manner, such as humans would do. So that helps us to actually get tasks done faster, even more than humans can actually carry them out. And so we have seen the use of artificial intelligence in something like virtual assistants, such as Google Assistants. We have seen them in okay, although it's not so popular yet, but we talk about self-driving cars and then weather predictions and so on. For ML is a subfield of artificial intelligence, like I said earlier. And what machine learning does is actually it's a set of skills and techniques that helps to find underlying patterns in a set of data in such a manner as to predict the future. Machine learning uses historical data to predict the future so that whatever you need to get done in the future, it can help you to predict whatever it is that you need to do. I'm just trying to like say that generally. Then deep learning is also a subfield of AI, and that actually is a machine learning technique that mimics the human brain. So we have in deep learning, we have neural networks. You know, they call it deep learning because it has hidden layers, deeply connected neural networks that actually works in like in to depict the how the human brain works. So that's essentially what it is.
Okay,
Do I
I'm
need to
sure.
learn?
All right. So he's asking how do they correlate?
Like I said AI, ML, DL, ML and DL. I wish I have a chart to show you. ML and DL are just picture AI as a circle, like we are trying to draw a set, and then ML and DL are subsets of that circle, of that set. With data science just taking the two of them all together, but using them for for its own purpose. For data science, what you just want to do is you have a data with you, big data, traditional data, whatever. You have the data with you, you want to extract knowledge from that data in order to be able to inform decision making. That is what data science is all about. Now, it now uses techniques such as machine learning, deep learning to carry out this purpose of it, its purpose. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here?
Okay, great. Yeah, yeah.
How do I
Okay,
learn data science to become an AI engineer? How do I need to learn data science to become an AI engineer? Well, you see, the issue about the fields that we are in presently, artificial intelligence and data science, is that we have different titles and different controversies about what is the role of a particular person. For instance, they'll say, okay, machine learning engineer is different from data scientist is different from business analyst is different from DevOps engineer, and all of that. As most of the time these titles actually relate with one another. Now AI engineer, I really don't know what you mean by that, but you can actually check resources online to see if data science will be useful for you as an AI engineer. Thank you.
okay, great. Another question: how do we assess job for data scientists? Like, what site can one check for internship for beginners? Okay,
Okay.
so okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay, so for me, you know, the last speaker, I'm sorry, what was the name of the last speaker that talked about your portfolio? I know Charles was the last speaker. The other one said that
Okay,
Okweabi.
yes.
Okay, sorry. Okwe talked about you pushing yourself out there. and made mention of some sites that you really need to get on: Medium, GitHub, Twitter, LinkedIn. In fact, those four sites are very, very important for someone that is looking to enter for data science jobs. So those are the places where recruiters get to see what you're doing, and if they are interested in you, they call you. I know I have friends that actually got jobs because somebody saw their tweets and went on LinkedIn to search for them to see the kind of projects they have worked on and all of that. So just push yourself out there on those sites, and then join a community, because through your community you can get different kind of people share links, they share messages on WhatsApp groups and all of that for calls for internship and all of that. So joining a community will also help to actually get these things. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Okay, so any other question, she will answer it on Twitter. Okay, so if possible, put your question on Twitter and tag her at Tech Great.
Grill. A techie grill is
Okay,
on the
Tech
screen.
Grill, sorry. Okay, yeah, Tech Grill, and she will answer you. Okay, so thank you so much, Adeyinka. We
Yeah.
really appreciate you.
Thanks for
Uh,
having me. I appreciate
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Okay, to everyone, thank you so much for participating at AI Festival Virtual Conference. And this is a pre-event. The main event date has not been fixed yet due to coronavirus. And we all believe that this whole pandemic will be over very soon, so we can all go back to our various workplace, go back to our normal activity. All right, thank you so much. And follow in AI Festival Nigeria on Twitter at Nigeria AI to keep updated on latest information. And don't forget subscribe to my channel. All right. So have a nice day, and I'll see you all on top.